But today we are trying two makeup looks for Ateez. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Kaiya. I'm glad to have you, and this is where you belong. That concert is literally next week. I can't believe how close it is. But all I gotta say is Ateez is amazing. I've been standing them for I think about 4 years. All I gotta say is slow it down, make it bouncy, sugar with it. Anyway. But no, for real, I'm so excited about this concert. And even while I'm doing my makeup look, I'm going to just talk about my previous concert, which was Stray Kids, which was amazing. So of course I have high expectations of for Ateez, but I already know they're gonna blow it out the water. But of course, in order to get my makeup looks, I always go to Pinterest. And little disclaimer, I am not a makeup guru. I don't do a full beat. I don't do none of that. All I do is, and that I love playing with, is eyeshadow. And I'll show you like all the stuff that I use. And if you're a girl who's just not getting into makeup, don't feel bad about it. And if you want some tips or just want somebody to join in, follow me and I can do other like beauty tips or just different makeup looks that I try. I can definitely do more videos about that if you would like. So comment below if you would like more videos like that. But two makeup looks. So of course I have my little Pinterest board and I have all the little makeup looks that I've always wanted to try. And it's so weird because it's like they always have like this your makeup look, but I don't even know what that is. You always have to find it for your eye shape, make sure you have the right brushes, stuff like that, the color, like the pigment, so it can like really pop. There's a lot that goes into it, but it's really fun. It's kind of like painting. I'll show you that in a little bit. But there's two specifically that I'm going to pop up on the screen that I'm going to try. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one eye, one vibe, and then the other one, the other vibe, and see which one I like more. And they're also as good as just have different options so that when that time comes, if you're fed up and don't feel like doing the other one, you have a backup. Same thing for hairstyles. So my palettes, right? So I have one that's like a normal everyday, and I love it. And all my stuff that I get is from Ross. So if you're ever looking for good makeup stuff for like eyeshadow, different like fun things, they even a lot of time Ross has mascara, they have blush, they have concealer, I think they have foundation, they have a bunch of stuff that you can find that's really cheap, so you can play around with makeup and have fun and not feel any pressure about it. But this is my favorite. This is one of the ones that I've been had for like a few years now, and it's amazing. I love it. It's really cute and it has amazing colors in here. Like look at this, look at all those. As you can see, some I use a lot more than others, but yeah, there's so many colors, so many things that you can do with this, and I love it. And then of course I have two other ones. One is a little bit more bold, so it's like if I want more bold colors, this one. And as you can see on the back, it shows you all the colors. I'm gonna open it up, but like look at that, and it's so much fun. I think it's always fun to have a little palette that you have some colors with. These are some of the colors, and it's really fun to play with. And then of course, one that I found that I love is glitter. Who doesn't like a little glitter palette? So with this glitter palette, look at all these cool glitters. Hey, look at that. Look at that. And so I'm really excited. I want to use this pink one day. Don't know when, but I'm gonna do it. So far today, we're not really using this palette, which I actually show you another glitter that I found. We're not using this one either. But another glitter that I found that I love, that I've always seen with like the Asian makeup styles and stuff, is this. And I love it. So with all the makeup that I'm gonna use, now I'm gonna show you the brushes that I use. And so for brushes, so these are the brushes I use. Love these. They're cute and they're really easy to use. And then with the brushes, because you need to wipe off your brushes and stuff, sometimes there's like excess eyeshadow and stuff. So I found this at Five Below. My friend had one and I was like, I need it. And so I got this as well. And all it is this thing. You open this up and that's all it is. And so you just like wipe your brush in there. I'll show you throughout the video like how I use that. And then in order to make colors pop, I always use concealer. At first I had like a BB cream that my mom had that she got from a friend. I was randomly using that, but it helps your eyeshadow stick and so that the pigment can really show. I have two because I was randomly playing with makeup and before they said, yeah, all you can do like a little concealer look. And so I have these. So I normally use the darker one for my eyes. Really don't know what the difference will be, but I don't know, maybe today I might try the lighter one. Really don't know, probably will still use this one. And then also anytime I want like little miscellaneous things, I always go to either Five Below, Ross, or even Dollar Tree because I found some good eyeliner at Dollar Tree. And so it's only $1 and it's amazing. And so honestly, when you start your makeup, you don't really need a whole bunch of expensive stuff because if you're just playing in it, just play in it, you know, just find stuff that you just want to try. And so that is all that we're going to do for the prep. And so the eyeshadow look that I'm going to start is going to be here. So this is the one I'm going to start with on this eye. We're going to see how that looks and see if I like it, because sometimes I'm a little skeptical of like the dark makeup look only because I feel like it'll make me look like I got beat up. But I think we're about to start. And so all I do is when I start with, oh, another thing, in order to put the eyeshadow or the concealer on my eyelids, I use these random brushes. So depending on like how much I have, so I have these three. This one is literally like e.l.f. foundation. I think it says e.l.f. foundation. You can see that. Yeah, e.l.f. foundation. This is a random one that was from like a box. And then I also got a pack of these. This is literally, I don't know what that is, but I got like little mini brushes like this, and I love them. I use one for blush if I do blush. I have another one that I use for like if I have the powder, and I always use this one for like liquid foundation or like the concealer, because I use concealer if I'm playing makeup. So I use this to like help put it on my eyelid depending on like how close the corner is or where I want it to be. Depends on which brush I use. Let's get started. We're gonna play right back. And we're gonna talk about Stray Kids. Stray Kids was an amazing concert. And comment below if you went to the Stray Kids concert or a Stray Kids concert. Let me know what your experience was like, because it was truly mind-blowing, okay? And we're gonna talk about like getting there, being there, and even afterwards. Needless to say, that whole entire thing was really fun. I think I'm actually gonna put it on both eyes first, just so that the other eye can already be prepped. So I just do about maybe 3. Yeah, I do about 3. And side note, for mascara, when I'm playing in makeup, I don't really do mascara, only because it takes forever to get mascara off. So I don't really use it. If you want to play in makeup and put mascara on, yeah, it doesn't really matter. For me personally, I just don't do the mascara because like you can gauge what the look will look like, and I just don't feel like going through the whole entire process of taking off. Sometimes I do, but right now I'm not. Anyway, put that on there, and then but I just take this and I just do all that. Make sure I get all up on that eyelid. So I know I will be shaving my eyebrows today for the concert, which is why I wanted to do the makeup look beforehand, so I just won't agitate anything. And sometimes I feel like I just need a little bit more. I can't really tell what's going on. But anyway, yeah. So what I like doing when I do the concealer, I like putting it like up to like that little bridge of your eyebrow bridge. So when you put it up there, you can have like nice mascara look. So especially if you have hooded eyes, you can always look up different Pinterest or like Pinterest looks for hooded eyes and stuff. But if you have hooded eyes, it's really good to put it up higher so that even when your like eyes are open fully and it like folds a little bit, you can still see it. But I always make sure to get the corner because I know I like doing little corner looks. So I might just do a dab more the concealer right in the corner, and then just boop, boop, boop. Oh my gosh, does anybody else get hyper focused when you're doing makeup? Like I feel like I'm talking, but I'm not at the same time. I don't know. Okay, so back to the Stray Kids concert. So I definitely suggest when you do like Lyft or Uber, I always suggest Lyft because honestly, I think you hear less crazy stories with Lyft. And honestly, I think it's cheaper. I don't really know, but most of the cars that were in are nice, except for the very first time I ever took Lyft, which was for the Stray Kids concert. Crazy story, but I'm gonna tell. So basically, long story short, always get your Lyft or your Uber before, because when you pay for it before, it's definitely cheaper because people hike up the prices because of the demand after concerts. So always suggest to get your Uber or your Lyft before the concert starts. So for the beginning, like when you're getting there, and for when you're leaving, always just like gauge when you think the concert will end and order your Lyft or your Uber at a good reasonable time for you to like get to that car. Now for this look, we're going to use the black in here, and then we'll continue the story. So I think I'm going to use the darkest one. I'm a little scared, but we're going to use the darkest one and we're going to test it out. And so trying to figure, like for brushes, if you're trying to figure out like which type of brush to use, I honestly stay between these 3, okay? And so with these 3, you'll use this one for like your outer corner. So when you need to put like a whole bunch on your eyelid, you'll use this one. If you're trying to do like the middle or like blended or doing like the corner of your eye, you can use this one. And then definitely for the corner of your eye and like little details, you can use this. And of course you have these that can be for like smaller details. So it's like painting. Use whatever brush you need. No really formula, no really, whatever works for you, works for you. But we're gonna start with this black. Now, back to the store. So I ordered us a Lyft, and it was really easy, really chill, very nice lady. But then again, got to the car, she only spoke Spanish. I do speak Spanish, but I was really like caught up. We did like the basic conversations, like hi, and that's it. She didn't talk the whole time. And so anyway, needless to say, back to the car. We were in the car. Oh, it looked really good on camera though. Actually, see, this is what I mean. So depending on like how close of the detail you want to switch out. So this is where this comes in. So what you do is you just swirl it on there. You might be able to see the dust, probably not on camera. All that little dusty dust comes off and your brushes are pretty much clean. And you can use it in other colors without like it mixing. We're actually gonna use this one. I'm gonna dust this up just in case. We get in the car, very chill. But as we're driving, you slowly hear the car go, and we're like, we just look at each other a little bit. We're like, oh no, what in the world did we get ourselves into? That was one of the craziest things that happened in the car. And then all of a sudden it kind of stopped, but we were like looking at each other, we're like, are we safe? Will we get there? But I was thinking, I was like, we have to get there though, right? Because she's a Lyft driver. So I'm like, yes, I hope. Fortunately, we do make it there. We also see her have not a slight road rage, but there was this point where this car was in the wrong. It was like turning from like the middle lane, and we're like, what are you doing? Like literally, like what could you possibly be doing right now? And so, other than that, she was perfectly great, but that was low-key kind of scary. And so, we finally got dropped off at the concert. And also, I have a video, like the whole entire video of like the pre-concert. So, if you would like to see that, you can come watch that video and stuff. It's really fun. But we got to the concert, and always, like, most of the time, I guess, is literally the first one. When you go to the concert, they'll send you out like a little, no idea what I'm doing. Ooh, when you go to the concert, what they're gonna do is they're gonna send you out a little like what to do, what you can't do, what you can't have, what you can have. Which it kind of sometimes, I'm not only sure this only happened once, but sometimes it goes out the window once you're at the concert because they realize how many people are there. They, I guess, sense the vibe and stuff, and sometimes they do let you bring in snacks. We were able to bring in our umbrellas, even though they multiple times said that we couldn't, but we could. That was really interesting. But once we got there, they said that they'll have like little shuttles to the thing. So we like got dropped off like a little bit of ways. It was actually near the Kaiya Center, which is where Ateez is gonna be. But we got there and then we got onto the shuttle and it was really nice. It was air conditioned and everything, and we got on the first bus, which was really cool. But that was a really cool experience. And then once we got there, had to pee because we drank so much water and we had to make sure we were hydrated. So we got some body armor. He got electrolytes. I got the body armor. But this eye look is very simple. I just don't know what I'm doing is the problem. But we're gonna see what we're doing. And so I don't really know. I think they did like, because I'm gonna clean this up and then we're going to like put something else there. Q-tip. And then I have some micellar water, which is really good. So literally have a little bit left. And then we're gonna just clean up that edge. Sometimes I do this after the eyeliner, but sometimes if I want to get a better look at like what the look will look like, I just do it beforehand. So when you want to do like your eyeliner, you want to make sure that like according to your eye shape, all I do is I line it up with like the corner of this eye. So I go like this and just like keep it up for like the look that I like personally, just to like snatch the eye. But yeah, I think this is a pretty cool look so far. I can always add, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm really confused about this look. Anyway, we got to the shuttle, finally got there. Of course, we're outside, so all the options that they have is porta potties, unfortunately. It was a pretty decent porta potty, I guess. He got the big one, but I really had to pee, so I couldn't wait on him, so I used the smaller one, which is low-key terrifying. But beforehand, I practiced how long it would take me to go to the bathroom, to be honest. So now we're gonna do like the little middle part, I guess. I really don't know. We're gonna see what we can do with the outside. So the outside is like a little white right here, which is why I actually want to clean this off. Also, this is another thing. When you look on like for stuff on Pinterest, you do have to like clean it up and just do it according to your eye shape, which is why it's really good to always like try stuff beforehand. But I think I'm gonna do a little bit of white and then add, because I think it's like this. I'm gonna do like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Right. Snatch look. Yeah, this look is low-key confusing me a little bit. And so then they had like a little white, or use a different brush, a little tiny one. So do a little white, get it in the very tip of the brush, and then just kind of go with the flow and hope for the best. But I think I can always clean this up like day of, but I just wanted to do like a little something. A little, because I think theirs is just like a little bit. It's like literally just like the outside. So I think I'm going to do like the outside like this, right? And then just fill it in the black part and kind of fade it in into it. Mind you, I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, not bad. I don't know. And so then the inside is literally, because of their eye, it's just like kind of open right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a color from here that's like closest, and mind you, the white that I add was literally this one, the white. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a color that's like closest to my eye color, like my skin color or whatever. So I'm debating between this one, this one, and this one. I think I'm going to try this one just to give it like that middle of my eye look just a little bit, so that I can like open it up, because I think she's using her eye color in the look to like add to the look, if that makes sense. And then I'll just add the sparkle on top of this. But the main goal of this is to like figure out the mechanisms of the makeup look, so then by the time you need to do it, it's really quick, really easy. So far, this one I'm not really sure about, but who knows, it might actually work out a lot better than I think it would. Okay, okay. I see the vision. I see the vision. And so see like the little brown. I don't know if you can see it, but this is like the little brown. So got the brown, and then I think what I'm gonna do is actually add. And mind you, you can always layer your makeup to make it however you want it to be. So it's like if you see that, it really looks a little different. It looks better. And so now what we're gonna do is add my little sparkle. And so I think what I'm gonna do is normally when I do the sparkle, I normally use this one because it's like you just dab and go. So I just dab in here a little bit, check off whatever excess I need to get that middle part and get as much little sparkle as I want. And then if I, depending on like the day, if I want like and feel like dealing with glitter, I might even add like the glitter aspect. But yeah, this is pretty much the vibe, I guess, for the first one. It's very like chill, very sleek. Honestly, I might actually switch out like this little white piece and do like a shimmery. So if I actually use this to like clean up the shape, then I use like a little one again, get some of that silver-ish look or the sparkly, and just you can literally do whatever you want to like spice up your makeup look, whatever you want. So that's actually pretty decent. I think it's pretty cool. I think it'll go with the vibe because I'm doing more of like a pirate-esque vibe. And so I think I'm using this one right now. So this one I think I also got from Dollar Tree because I wanted like a little point. So, but I actually love this one. So I think what I'll do is I'll do like my usual. What I do is depend on like where I want it. Normally I think I always connect it to the end of my eyebrow. Not really sure, but we'll find out now. But I think I'll like do here and come where my eyeball is. Okay. Say that. And then once you start with that, you fill it in however you want. Which is why I like this one. Make a little triangle to fill it out. And then I love like adding like the black along the eye. Because what I like doing with my eyeshadow, I hope I'm making sense. But when I like my eyeliner, I like it like going along with my eyelashes. So it looks like an extra lash. And it looks like my lashes are like. And then also with this look, I can always like add eyeshadow here to make it longer. Anyway, back to Stray Kids. So the Stray Kids concert was amazing. Once we got there, everything was fine. Once we got in, we got a bunches of freebies while waiting, which is really fun, which is why I always suggest getting to the concert a little bit early. Time like when they'll open up the doors, and then maybe get there 2-3 hours early. So you can find your gate, find wherever you want, and you have enough time to like sit, relax, and get freebies. And so with all that, but with I think for the under part, I'm going to do this, which is like you just do like the base right here, like right underneath. And I think you go all the way to the end. But anyway, once we got in there, it was so like mind blowing. Because once you get your seat, then you really like realize, oh my gosh, I made it and I'm to my seat. Like the seat that you fought so hard on Ticketmaster to get, you finally see it in person. And it's literally the best feeling in the world. That's cool. Like you see that? It's like a little supposed to be like a black swan, so it actually makes sense. Anyway, let's continue. So once we got there, we were so stoked, as people say, but we were so excited about the fact that we found our seat and that it was such a good spot. We were in shock, like pure shock. We're like, ain't no way, we did it, we beat it. And the crazy part about the tickets is that when we were getting them, he was at work and I was literally on the cruise. Like I was getting on the cruise that day. And we were hoping that I was the one to get it because, you know, he's at work. But of course, it had to be complicated and he got them. But he actually ended up getting them on his phone and it was perfectly fine, which was actually insane. I think I need to add like here maybe to like make the eye look wider and more cohesive. So add like the black there. Mind you, this is going to be with like a pirate outfit for the Ateez concert. Anyway, we get to the concert. We're in there, meet the people that are next to us. They are so amazing. They're so cute. We even took I took us a picture because we all ended up getting another freebie while sitting at our seats. We got another freebie, and so we held all of our little our bias, and we took a little picture. It was really cute, and I loved it. Now the concert itself, I will be having a concert video coming out if it's not already out before this video, which it probably will be. Watch it, please. It was amazing. All I have to say is I love fireworks, and the fact that it was an open stadium and they had fireworks, and the fact that they interact with you. Like I love like the little talks and stuff that we had. They talked about their songs. They talked about how much they appreciated us. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this look yet. Of course, it'll be with like the whole outfit. And the corner is more snatched. Mind you, I don't know how to do the inner corner. What I might do is just try it with a different eyeliner. But anyway, the concert was amazing. They had fire. They had the little inflatable thingy. They talked. They were very interactive. And they had the carts. The carts were amazing. And I don't know if, I haven't heard anything about, Ateez having a cart, but I think with it being in a stadium, they probably won't, or in a arena. Now, I really don't know what to do with the corner of my eye. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to like get another one of the Q-tips, a little stuff on it. There we go. So you clean that out. But the concert was amazing. So I'm really excited about the Ateez concert, which I can always clean it up. But I think this is what it looks like. Now for the other eye, we're going to talk about Ateez. Y'all, when I say Ateez, oh, real quick, Stray Kids, my bias. You can tell. I want to see what you'll think before I say it. So I want to see if you'll figure it out. But who do you think is my bias from Stray Kids? From like my vibe, if you see my other videos, and even if you saw my outfit for the Stray Kids, who do you think my bias is? 3, 2, 1. My bias and my top 2 bias are Felix and Hungjin. Of course, I love the other ones too. Like they really be bias wrecking all the time. Like Han, he was looking very good on stage and like his vibe, everything. I loved all of them. But those 2 are my bias for sure. So let me know if you got it right in the comments. For the next eye look, we're gonna try this one, but I think I like the second one a lot more. This one was cool in theory, but this is why I'm gonna say it's good to always look up like skin color for different makeup looks, so you can get more of like an accurate vibe of what the makeup look would look like. Anyway, for this one, it also has a black corner, and all I gotta say is I am so excited about that other concert. Like Ateez is going to be amazing. I love them. So like the pirate vibe and how they're like going across seas and stuff, which is why I'm really, and I love Isometeeth, like the mafia vibe too, like was so cool. And so I'm really excited about them. And my bias for that one, if you can guess, is Mingy. Oh my gosh, I love me some Mingy. He is the cutest little thing, but he is seen as like all tough and stuff, but when you watch like their variety show and stuff, it's so funny how like sweet and adorable he is. But I don't know, I'm excited. I honestly don't know what to expect yet with like getting there and stuff. And also, honestly, when you're always going to a concert, always look up different events that are in the area if you're able to make it. Like if you have like a car, somebody with the car, or if you're willing to pay for like the Uber or Lyft beforehand, they always have like different cup sleeves and stuff that are happening beforehand, and it's so cool to be like a part of those, because then you're like, oh my gosh, I get to get something that's less expensive than like the merch, and that is like really cool. And I love stuff that is from like cup sleeves and stuff, because like people take the time to make that stuff, and it's like such like a good memory attached to it, and I just love it. And so I think what we're gonna do is actually add a little bit more of the black to the top of this. Anyway, and then we're going to blend, I guess. Oh, I'm trying my best. I don't know what's going on in these. Ooh, that's actually really cool. So definitely when you have like that little top right there, you want to blend it out so that it can like blend into each other and actually look better on your eyelids to it looking like 2 blocks. You just need to add more white, which is why it's good to have like that concealer so that white can actually pop out more. So in order for it to pop out more, what I normally do is get something that I can pack it on with, like pack it on. So you see, I just like take it, pack it on there. So after you blend it, you can go back in, have some Q-tips, or have a clean finger to be able to wipe those little spots off. But go back in after you blend it and really like emphasize whatever color you want. And then you can always re-blend or touch up different parts if you need be. Pretty much it. And have a blend. So that's really cool. And then of course it's gonna be with the eyelashes. I like that look. This is so this is the eyeshadow, and then do a little bit of, you do like closer to like the look that's in the middle of your top eyelid. So like for the top, you see it's like that white. So I'm gonna do the white here. All right, you have as much as you need, and get that like under eye meat, I guess, put it on there. Wipe this off with my handy dandy thing, and then boom, mix it right here. Give me like Dalmatian vibe too. And then we're gonna attempt this. So most of the time when they have like an eyeliner look, I just do whatever I feel is best for my eye shape and what like the vibe that I want to bring. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some shimmer, because who doesn't want shimmer on their eye? Look, little fairy. She was a fairy. Y'all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my little powder, my little fairy dust, and then just pack it on right on the all on the white, and then clean up whatever you need to according to your eye shape. What I might want to do is like put this here like that, and boom, it's fixed. And so we're gonna try it with this one first. So anytime I do it, I always do it according to like my bottom lid. I think that's what I would want for the look. And then I use this one to get like a little bit closer. So then I'll go back to using this, and fill it in. I'm going to attempt to do the inner corner. We did it. I think what I'm going to do is for like the corner and stuff, I'm going to use like this one because it's a lot less liquidy. Anyway, I have high hopes and high expectations for the Ateez concert, and I know they're going to be amazing. Ooh, I think I know which one I like more, but let me know in the comments which one do you like more. I guess this will be 1 and then this will be 2, even though I did the opposite way. But yeah, that's the look. But honestly, for me looking at it, I don't know how I feel about this. I also like the one where it's like just smoky eye look. Anyway, that concludes me trying to do 2 makeup looks for the Ateez concert as a person who does not do makeup. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Let me know which one you like more. I think it definitely gives me like that pirate vibe. And if you're going to the Ateez concert or any other K-pop concerts this year, let me know. I want to know where you're going, your experience, and different things like that. Let's share our experiences in the comments below. But that concludes this video. If you made it to the end, and if you'd like to tune in for more videos in the future or my concert vlog, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you'll be aware, and even hit the notifications so that you can be well aware of the vlogs that are coming out. But bye guys. If you chose number 2, then you are correct.